Hello, how's everybody and their families doing? Today is life issues. Normally it's freestyle or open talk. But I have a couple questions that were sent to me, and we're going to discuss it. So the first question that came up during some conversation and also messages sent to me on my inbox is the world different for men and women when it comes to relationships. So when you tune in, bring in your comments and let's discuss it. Okay. So some of the things that came up in regards to the world being different when it comes to relationship for men and women is that when it comes to a man, you know, going in public or standing in public or like talking to his friends and family members, and then he will share his view and tell his family members or people around him, well, like my woman or my wife works and she makes a lot of money more than I do. So, I take my wife's credit card to go to the store and get me some new clothes. I use my wife's money to take care of myself, to buy food, for transportation, and my wife takes care of me. That man is going to be looked down as a deadbeat, as a lazy person. Society will not be receptive to any man who leaves off their female partners. Now let's reverse that. When it comes to have a woman, go to the in a public forum or talk to the family members, friends, and people, and let them know that she lives off her husband, or her partner. Um, Her partner takes care of her. He is like he has financial stability and he's a provider. Almost everyone will applaud for that woman that she's living off the man. She's not working, she's dependent on the man for everything. Everyone is inclined to be receptive to that, but when you switch that around to a man, the man will be labeled, will be looked down, and so forth. So when you look things all around now, um, in almost, it's not just Africans, in the whole wide world, men are seeing, men are expecting to be a provider and be the financial stability in a woman's life, right? So most women, that one, I'm going to stir that into when it comes to our Ghanaian community, majority of women, with the exception of the independent women who not only think for themselves, who are not selfish, who are supportive, who actually um, go into relationship based on how they feel about their partner or how they care about their partner. They're not in the relationship for money, for property, and for many other things. Their train of thought is different from those who goes into relationship based on the financial stability, material things, property, and so forth, is totally, completely different. So the dependable ones, they will tell you, hell to the yes. It's a man's responsibility to take care of their woman, plus extended family. When you come to our Ghanaian community, it doesn't just stop with the woman that they dating or with the woman that they are married to. It extends to the extended family, which means the wife's parents, the wife's brother who may not be employed, the wife's siblings, uh, other family member. When they are in financial distress, they looking into um, the wife to support them through their husband hardcore work money. They don't really think about where the money is coming from, how the husband is earning the money, what the man has to do to provide for their um, for his wife. And then when there are children involved, the family, the extended family, some of them, they still do not kind of limit the help that they come in to the husband for. Is they still expecting to get the same amount of money. They expecting for the husband of their daughter, the husband of their nephew and nieces, to take care of the husband, the I guess the husband of the wife's brother or siblings, to take care of them because it's part of their responsibility. So they become a provider for the wife's whole entire family plus his family. But then when that happens, what happens is that most times, there are like a lot of misunderstanding situations, problems that arises because you're going to have the wife's family side, creating unnecessary situations, whereas they try their very best to put a discord between the husband and his family. The husband's mother, which is the mother in law, becomes a witch. They are not mostly welcome into the marital home. If they do come to the marital home, they are not expected to stay there more than 2 months or so. They come for a short visit and they need to leave. They need to leave because if the daughter-in-law have children, the expectation is the daughter-in-law's mother will be the one who will come to the house to take care of her grandchildren. And um, the wife's mother will be able to stay at the marital house for over a year, 2 years, 3 years, like as many years as the daughter allows it to be. So, in this sense, in this aspect, my response to our brother who asked this question was yes. The world is different for men and women when it comes to relationship because women are favorable in many ways, especially when it comes to who takes care of them, who's responsible for their financial well-being, and who provides for them. But a man cannot live off his woman hardcore earned money. Because when that happens, that man becomes, you know, a lazy person, unreliable, irresponsible. The list is so very long that, most times a lot of people look down on men who lives off on their baby's mama, their children's mother, or a woman's home in terms of uh, relationship. So that's my take on this question. The next one that another person asked was that, why is it that most African parents have a strict restriction when it comes to their daughters dating, and the age that is appropriate for their daughters to start dating without it becoming an issue? So let me put the question here. I have to change the question. Oh Lord Jesus. Hold on. Ah, like most African parents, especially the fathers, who play a role in their daughters' upbringing, are very strict with their daughters because they don't want. Of course, most fathers do not want their daughters to um, become pregnant, unwanted pregnancy before they get married. Every father, every parent would like to see their children getting married, right? Again, majority, like in Africa, in the Ghanaian community, that's where I'm from. So I'm going to stick with that. When it comes to marriage, the man takes care of everything: the traditional marriage, the church marriage, when it comes to dresses, food, everything. A list that will be made by their in laws, everything is on them. The bride, she does not need to support nothing. She does not need to put in anything unless she chooses to do that. So, like a lot of fathers who help raise their children, their daughters, they don't want them to have a born one, born two, born three before they get married. They don't want their children to have children outside marriage. But, sometimes it does happen because when you have your daughter, taste it, and they get used to it, of course, they're going to do everything, hide their relationships from you. And I feel like in many cases, some females within the Ghanaian community does end up having children in their teens and early ages, due to the fact that they hide it from their family. And some of them, they are not taught how to protect themselves when they become sexually active, because the parents, they can never agree on when is the appropriate age to educate their children on sex. It's a taboo for parents or for anyone to talk about sex when there are children in the house. Some people will argue that when if you discuss the appropriate time for your children, your daughters to have boyfriends, it might trigger them to start dating or start having sex, uh, versus those who believe, that will give them tools to protect themselves. From as far as I know, most parents that work in the medical field are more inclined to talk to their daughters about safe sex more than parents who do not work in the medical field. Some of them will, but it's not as much as the ones whose parents work in the medical field, because they know, like, they want to make sure that um, their children does have as much information as possible to protect themselves. Like I have shared, my mother, when I was 10, or maybe a bit earlier than 10, she had a conversation with myself and my older sister. My younger sister was like very small because she was like 1.5. So you can't talk to a year and a half old about sex. So before she traveled abroad, she, had conversation at least with me separately and my older sister separately. And she talked in terms of, when you have an uncle or a family member or a neighbor, someone who is familiar with the family, and they come for visit, I should never sit on their lap, because it's not appropriate for a young lady to sit on the lap of a grown adult, which is true, because some adults do not have control of their sexual need. If a young girl, especially molesters, rapers, pedophiles, if a young child, sit on their lap, what's going to happen? They're going to start having some thoughts about that young lady, which they should not be doing. And then they will start familiarizing themselves, making sure that the girl is familiar with their face. So when the parents are not around, they would try to get them to their room, or like get them in places that will give them the opportunity um, to abuse them, to molest them, or to manipulate them for them to start having, sexual um, activities when they are not ready, because it's forced upon them. So my mother told me to never sit on any man's lap. I should not allow any man to touch my chest or my breast when I start developing. I should not allow any um, opposite sex or anyone, because we do also have the same sex adult who will molest, rape, and also pedophile. Is not just the opposite sex. The same sex also, some of them does that. Um, so, like, allow anyone to touch my buttocks, my legs, thighs, arm rubbing and all that. So I had that knowledge from age 9 and um, up to when I rejoined them. So the fact that my mom, being a nurse, was able to sit me down and have that conversation with me, I was able to store that and register that. And I have also taught that to my children when my 15-year-old turned 8 years old, and my daughter was 6. I taught them to never sit on adults' lap, either sex. no matter what. They should not allow themselves to be left alone in the room by themselves, alone with one adult. They always have to be in a room with more than one person. So they always going to have a witness in the room. They should not go to any seclusive place, to the bathroom when they utilize the bathroom and they feel pressure with peer pressure, or someone try to bully them. They need to always use adult support and not participate in anything that they feel uncomfortable with that. They should not allow anyone to touch their backside, their genital area, rub against them in any way, inappropriate way, or kiss them. It's not okay for anyone to kiss their lips, including their parents, including myself. I should not be kissing them on the lip. Their father should not be kissing them on the lip. The cheeks, that's fine, but the cheeks is reserved for their parents, their grandparents, their aunties, their uncles. It is not reserved for anyone else. Because if mommy and daddy's friend comes over, they can shake hands with that person if that person introduce themselves or ask them how they doing. They can say, "Oh, we're doing quite well. How about you?" Because there are some introduction that does not even require handshake. I taught them, like, when someone shake your hands and they will scratch your palm, that's inappropriate, because I wanted to let my children provide as much information for my children to protect themselves from any pedophiles, molesters, and rapists. Because my mom taught me that the things that I should do, the do's and the don'ts. Because when you put yourself in situations, what's going to happen is that some adult, because they do not have emotional intelligence, so and they feel that the less information or resources that you have, if they know that you lack of certain adequate information, they're going to use that against you by starting manipulate. They will build a relationship with you. They will make you feel comfortable around them, and with time, they're going to feel comfortable, whereas they're going to ask you to do things that you may feel uncomfortable. Or sometimes, the manipulation will go to the extreme, whereas they will threaten to hurt your family, especially your mom and dad. And then sometimes they will put fear within you, stating that whatever you two are doing, if you tell your parents, you will end up being going to jail, or your family, your parents will end up going to jail. I mean, like, when you think about um, some of the tactics molesters, pedophiles, and rapists uses, it baffles me, because they know that their victims, they know their victims, they are proactive. They will watch them for some time, observe them. They will look and observe their routine. They will look for their likes and dislikes, snacks that they like, snacks they don't like. Like, if your daughter or your son is into video games, they will learn the type of video games that they like. So they will purchase the same thing and install in their house. And then the time that your child leaves school to come home, so we have some parents, they work, so they have their children, take the public transportation to come home on their own. Obapa Nana Araba Yamuakwaba Apomu Etisen. Um, greetings to you as well, my dear. Welcome. So I haven't put the question up. The one that was there was the first question. So if you have something to say, you can put it up. I spoke in terms of men who, if a man live off their woman, it will be a taboo. But when women live off their husband, that's the standard, that's the expectation. So, a woman can go out and broadcast that I don't spend nothing on my man. I do not spend any of my money. Everything that I am, everything that I use is coming from my man. People will start clapping because she's a smart woman, living large whatsoever. So that's what we talk about in terms of when it comes to relationship, is it different for men and women in the world? And for me, I said yes. And this next one that I'm talking about, when you came through, is in regards to parents. Oh my God. In regard to, parents, you have, when it comes to uh, fathers, and our daughters, in relationship, why, like, the question was why African parents are very strict on their daughters dating, and they cannot agree on the age that they will agree for their daughters to date, right? I quite remember when my siblings and I joined our parents, like, of course, we were living under my parents' roof. And I remember one time my father, even though he said it like, he was making jokes, but I think he was being dead serious. He stated that I can start dating at 25. Can you imagine that? And like, when I met someone at 21, I I hid it. I didn't tell anybody in my family because um with African parents, you don't have that luxury or the freedom, to date when you meet someone, to bring the person to introduce to your parents, for your parents to be receptive to that person or not. That this is some of the reason why you do have some daughters who ends up, getting pregnant, and they are unable to have abortion because some of them, they will find out later the norm. So they will not be able, if they go through with an abortion, they might lose their life, and or they can cause harm to their body and so forth. So, like, um and the fact that our African parents are very strict with their daughters dating, and they have to, once their daughters become sexually active at whatever age, they hide it. And our men take advantage of that because you may have somebody's son or your son get someone else's daughter or your daughter pregnant, and you may not even know who it is, because if your daughter comes and says, say, I am pregnant with this person, that young man might likely deny being the father, because while she was dating him, it was secret. They hid it. You did not see that person dating your child. This is one of the many reasons that some of our brothers, our African men, gets away with not having to take care of their children, because once they get their girlfriends pregnant and the girl make a decision to keep the baby, they bounce because they know that if there is an uncle in the family who will be able to, who has money, they will take care of that child. But then, fast forward, when that daughter becomes, establish themselves, becomes rich, then you have the father running back, a father who's struggling, who has not established nothing for themselves. There's one thing they have established is to be an alcoholic. Hey, Brother Jojo, Apomuti is saying, for the first time during life, I see you here. Hello to you as well, Apomu Edison. So, like, they are able to, like, just bounce. But then when they see their daughter established, now they want to come back and insert their life in their children. But if they see their daughter is not successful and the family is poor, they don't even look back. If they get money, they're just going to focus on their side chicks, and enjoy, um, drink their liquor or gamble and do whatsoever. Like, it is just crazy, right? So I think that needs to change, right? uh nanaba Nanaraba says a woman was made for a man as a helpmate for the man. We are equipped to help the man, not necessarily depend on him. A man must provide for his home, but the woman must be supportive in all aspects. My 2 cents. Thank you, sis. God bless. I love that. Most certainly. And I totally agree. I have made a point that some of us women who are independent, who goes into relationship or marriage because they care for their male partner or they love their male partner, they are supportive to their with their male partner, they're not dependent on their man, they support them financially all around. And then you have those who does have a job and they choose not to help, but they're expecting their husband or male partner to support them, support their siblings, support their parents, some family members, extended family members when they are in need of financial help. Meanwhile, the man's family, the mother in law becomes a witch, or, like, very difficult. I mean, don't get me wrong, some mother in laws are very difficult to interact with, to socialize with, to talk with, to build a relationship with because of how they talk, how they look down at you, like the things that they will do around you will have you see the red flag that they don't like you. They are just receptive to you because their son loves you and their son has put their foot down, because some noblemen, they are able to establish boundaries. They do not allow their mothers to step over their boundaries, like, this is as far as you will go. But some men, uh, they are unable to do that. So, like, when there's no boundary set, it becomes, like, pull. Like, there's always conflict, assumption, misconception, so many things happening. Um, Unhealthy, it builds unhealthy marital home, unhealthy environment for the couples, their parents, and when there are children involved, it becomes a big thing. And I do not want my children to grow up in such environment. So a lot of times couples needs to, like, sit and have conversation in making sure that they have better understanding of each other. They doing things teamwork. Women, as Obapa Nanaraba said, are men's helpmate. Some of our men do not understand that as being their helpmate. You do have some of them, when they are getting the help, they will go the extra mile, and end up relying on the woman. Some men actually get into relationship and marriages because the woman's family background uh, has money. They have a lot of property. So we do have some men who are gold diggers. But when you talk about gold diggers, majority are women. Mhm. So we do recognize that in everything that exists with women, it does exist with some men also. But depending what it is, some poor characteristic is greater in with our males, and some are greater with our female, when it comes to that. So a lot of time. That's right. That's right. Oh Lord, opportunistic men. Yeah, tender, tender go fire them. I am some more. Hi. Darling, not be small thing. Yes, you do have them, and sometimes you ask yourself, why? Why do they do that? Like, I just don't understand it. Like, I really know that maybe some of us or some of you have dated or have been married to a husband or a boyfriend who fall into this category, opportunistic. Like, they just jump into that ship because they say they want to live comfortably. So if they don't work hard enough, like, I will give an example. Like, you may have someone, a male partner, who works at the grocery store, and they are cashier. With cashier, most grocery stores, do not pay that much money. The most they can pay is the minimum of what the state you are living in give. So let's just say it's $8, right? I'm using that as an example. Oh, I need to put my glasses on. Let's say $8. So you're going to be making $8 an hour. It's not going to be less, it's not going to be more. However, if you're working at a grocery store, like off the book, meaning that you do not have the necessary documentation to work, you're going to be getting paid maybe $6, $7 an hour. Of course, the manager over there is not going to pay you the same amount of money that they paying the others who have the right documentation. They need to take their cut, right? So if they working in under that circumstances, and their woman, their wife, female partner, is a nurse, a lawyer, a doctor, an engineer, a psychologist, and so forth, a teacher, a professor who makes a lot of money, and they are supporting them financially 50-50, or 60-40, 70-30, 80-20. Okay, they feel comfortable because they have a female partner who's supporting them financially. So you would think that male person is going to look for a second job. No way. because they living the life that they want to live. Their woman is being helpmate and they're not complaining. So they're not going to change that certain condition, right? Those people, I personally, maybe I be wrong. Most of you may not agree with me, but I see that person being opportunist because they're not doing anything to change that certain condition. Unless their women start complaining, we do have some individuals who share um, um, the bill half and half, and they are comfortable with doing the half and half. Both the women and the men are comfortable with that. Some men will work hard, they will change their job, they will um, do things if they have to go back to school to find a better paid job to change that condition because they feel like as a man they are the bread, winner. So they're going to change that setting. They would rather have 60-40 or 70-30, or some of them prefer doing 100%. Some men literally choose to do 100%. It don't matter how much their wives and women wants to help. They feel that it's not necessary. It's their job to take care of their partner. So it's like if you put 10 women, you're doing an experiment and you have 10 women. Four of the women, they work, they want to help their partner, but their partner says no, I can take care of both of us. Save your money to do whatever it is that you want to do. You can buy your makeup, your panties, everything is on you, but when it comes to food, everything, uh, I'm going to be taking care of that. Um, and then, the men will give them their credit card, their ATM. Whenever they need money, they can go and withdraw money for themselves, and to do whatever it is, versus a woman who does half and half, or even do more than half and half, because when it comes to special occasions, the woman does most, right? What happens is that the women who gets everything from their man 100% versus the one who does 50-50, or the one who does 70-30, the woman who does 70 and their man does 30, because of the job that they're doing, their opinion when it comes to their household will be totally different. The one who does not have to spend a penny will always uh, vouch for their husband. When the woman who does 50-50 or 70-30 choose to speak up and try their very best to address situation and issues within their marital home, the one who gets everything 100% will have the loudest mouth, because they don't do anything. They don't own no money. They do not have any debt. They would think, say, you, the woman who does a whole lot done having sexual intercourse with your partner, is saying too much and is doing too much. You see the irony in that? So that's why in most cases women have different opinion, because it's not everyone who is living like Cinderella. It's not a fairy tale for them. So it's important for us not to judge someone based on them sharing their story, based on them expressing their feelings and sharing their opinion, because we're not in their shoes. Of course, if you are the person who does not have to spend a penny. Your husband does everything for you. Of course, you're going to um, protect your husband. Your husband never does wrong. But then when you have those who support and keep supporting and feel drained, because they are also always giving, share their thoughts, being realistic, then you have other women attacking them. It, I have seen it. I have experienced it, because there are some women out there, when they go to the store to um, purchase clothing for their children, they're using their husband's credit card or debit card. When the bill comes, it's coming to their husband under their husband's name. It's not coming under their name. So, of course, they're going to tell you whatever feelings that they have. They're going to tell you some bullshit. Some kids, I saw that he said, that's some bullshit. So, um, this is some of the reasons why you have women not being on the same page. Everybody have different opinion, different feelings, and they know what type of relationship that they're in. So when they sharing their opinion, you cannot tell them how they should feel, how they should express themselves, how they should support their partner, because if you are 0 to 100, with your husband being the 100, of course, your mouth is just you're going to be speaking rubbish, because you have nothing to lose, versus someone who does 50-50 and 70-30. So that is like, something that happens a lot within our Ghanaian community. Some people who has no business putting their mouth in other people's business always jump into discussion and conversation that they feel, okay, if you don't agree with what I'm saying, that's quite fine. It's okay, because we are entitled for our opinion, and also to express ourselves, and you know um speak from our understanding and emotional intelligence. So, like, be receptive to other people's opinion, because we all don't wear the same size of shoes. We wear different type of shoes, and sometimes some shoes are heavier than others, and we cannot enforce our opinion on other people. I have to say, Papa Frida, sis, I'm saying, it's good to see you. I mean, yeah, the man next the Sofa will be able to come. Last week, something urgent came up, so we apologize for that. Sister Sage Williams, Yema Aquaba, Apomu Etisane, Jose is what doing Shira. Sister Sage is greeting you guys. All the beautiful people aboard. We greet you back. And so, Stefrida said, good. Yeah, that Yehovah say Obapa and Ophelia. Some are doing 100. Oh, I love that for sure. I mean, like, I just, I love it. I think when you're in the relationship, or in a marriage, the two of you needs to like sit, have a constructive discussion when it comes to your financial expenses. For me, growing up, what I observed with my parents, my father was in charge of the mortgage, in terms of the light, gas. and everything regarding the house, was on my dad. And the mortgages are not small money. That's a whole lot. I remember my dad working full time and also going to school at the same time. That's not easy because after high school, in college, throughout my college years, I was working full-time job and attending classes full time. It was not easy at all. I did not have to do the full time, but me being in a relationship, and buying love, with my stupidity and naiveness, um, I was working like a horse, to support a man who was not even married to me. You know, there are so many poor choices people, some of us have made. I know I made my share. Re- I have accepted that. I mean, growing up, if a guy is interested in me and they come to me to ask me out and they start talking to me about money, that I will not like that person. I will shut the person down. Like, you're not gonna date me. I'm not gonna date you because you have money, because I have money too. I was working. I wasn't going to, like, nobody was able to get me to date them because um of money. No. I wasn't looking for that. I was looking for love, care, someone who would support my needs. So I wasn't the money, greedy, selfish type. So the hundred for sure. Like when it comes to, sometimes you have some people, like they will say 50-50. You bring your 50 and I bring my 50, and it becomes 100%. No, when it comes to coping skills, you have to bring 100%. When it and the man has to bring 1%, 100%. The woman have to bring 100%. You cannot say 50-50. Then you give the husband or the wife the other 50% to do whatever it is that they need to do. But and some of them, they split the bill half and half, and with them half and half is 50-50 for them. But we also have some of them that does 100-100. So with my mom was like, takes care of the food, grocery, and our clothing, because when you have children growing up, we grow out of clothes. My younger brother, the one after me, I remember when he, from age 15 to, I believe, maybe in his early 20s, he just stretched out of nowhere. He was the shortest in the family. Before we know it, a couple months later, he became the tallest one among us. I was like, how the heck did you do that? Like, I remember one time he came to me, he was like, I no longer want to grow taller no more. I was like, why are you telling me? I don't have control of that. But, like, he has grown to be a handsome man, a good, caring, loving man. My younger brother, oh my goodness, like, he is incredible. Uh, so this is what happened. So, like, growing up, this is the arrangement I saw my family, my parents, going. My mom was supportive to my dad, and they have understanding. So being that they each have their responsibility, because living abroad is not that easy. I mean, living home is not that easy. Everything, like, when you don't have money, you have to, like, hustle. So it's very much quite understandable. So I truly believe that Ghanaian parents should change their mindset, because of the rules that most Ghanaian parents, especially the fathers, the mothers sometimes, they a little bit lenient. Some mothers even help their daughters hide their relationship. They are aware of their daughter's relationship because the daughters are able to share information with them. I mean, it's easy for some of our young ladies to go missing or to be killed, to be sold, um, with trafficking because the parents are so strict. So the question why are some African parents are most African parents are so strict. This is one of the reasons, like, you parents are supposed to protect their children, to build a healthy environment for their children. But how, when it comes to their daughters, dating, they cannot establish what age would be appropriate. They put fear in their daughters, so they will start dating secretly. You know, they become sexually active, without resources and having knowledge of how to protect themselves. Some of them may end up, contracting diseases. Some of them unwanted pregnancy. Some of them will abuse themselves or get themselves in situation that might end their life earlier. I remember when I was in secondary school, because I went to secondary school when I was going to um, Form 2, from Form 1 going to Form 2. That's when I went to secondary school. I think I was 13, almost 14. Yeah. Um, and I have a classmate, like when we were younger, she developed earlier and quicker than us. And back home, sometimes you might be in the same classroom with someone who is 2 years, 3 years, 4 years older than you. So I didn't know her age at the time. Hello, Bishop Michael Waji Cancer. Long time no see. It's good to see you. So she developed really quick. And I remember, like, in middle school, when we playing and stuff like that, she has her breast has fully developed and her buttock was like a lot. She had the biggest of everyone in that school. When she's coming, you see everything like sticking out. So she became sexually active with someone outside the school and she got pregnant. So the story, when I was back home, like I came home one time because I wasn't feeling well, with an ESIAC. And on my way back to school, I saw a lot of my former middle school students, walking to the cemetery, and they were singing, "Oh, choir saba na owa fano." Like, I turn around and went, looking for some of my classmates, and I saw some of them, some of the guys that I used to hang around with, and I asked them who had died. Why they like so sad and going to the cemetery? And they told me that so and so had passed away. And I was like, how? When? Like, because that person who had passed away lives like a couple, not even a block, like a couple feet away from me. Like, my family house is right there, and then you have that one, two, the third house away from my family house. That's where they live. But there was a gutter that divide us. to go to them, I have to go over a small bridge to get to their side. But because I was in secondary school, so I truly did not know that she had even been sick or been taken to the hospital and she passed away. So the story at the time was that, the boyfriend who got her pregnant did not want her to have the child. So he got some remedies and gave it to her to drink, and it damaged her intestine. It cut them into pieces. So, like, she struggled. She went through a lot of excruciating pain. Um, Most of her intestine were like, rotten. Like, the vivid description was like just crazy. And by the time that she was taken to the hospital, it was too late and she passed away a couple days later. Um, Fast forward, it came out that it wasn't the boyfriend who gave her remedies. It was actually her mother's friend. With her mother's permission, her mother gave her best friend permission to take her daughter to someone that the friend knows, who helps with abortion. That person was not a doctor, and the person that the mother's friend took her to mixed some remedies and gave it to her. And after that, they brought her home. She started complaining about having stomach pains. They asked her to sleep, and they kept her at home for the longest time using prayers. This is one of the things, using prayers. And I guess prayers did not save her. By the time that they brought her to the hospital, it was too late, too little. So she lost her precious life because of this. But they ruined a young man named, who has nothing to do with any abortion. He did not recommend it. In fact, it came out that he actually wanted her to have the child. The mother felt that he does not deserve her daughter, because he's not on her daughter's level. You don't know somebody's, life tomorrow or down the line. So don't look down on people. And she caused her daughter's demise. But again, there was no investigation done because how things play out, nobody was held accountable for her early grave death. So this is some of the things that happen. You do have some family members, when they find out that their daughters are pregnant, some of them will force their children to have an abortion. Others will lose their life. There's another person that I know, family friend, whose father have her had an abortion, and that early abortion, something happens. Sometimes you may have someone who may tell you they're a doctor, but it's not their profession. We have different type of doctors, and some doctors, because of money, even if it's not their criteria, they'll still have um do the surgery, and sure enough, he damaged her womb, so she was unable to have children. And this was not caused by the person that she got pregnant for, it was caused by her own father. So, these are some of the things when you have strict African parents who does not allow their daughters to date or even introduce their boyfriends, to their family. So if something does come about, you know exactly which family to go to, what male partner is responsible for your daughter's unplanned or unwanted pregnancy, and then the family can decide. We do have some family members that you may have the mother or the grandparents will adopt their grandchildren, granddaughter, or their child, for them to go back to school and stuff like that. In US, one thing that it's like you have children who are like as young as 11, 12, 13-year old who has boyfriends, but the expectation is holding hands. There's no kissing. Mhm. There's no sneaking around doing whatever. The young boy will be allowed to come to the girl's family home and have dinner and stuff. Sometimes they turn out to date for a while and even get married. Other times they will break up before they finish high school or junior high because they're exploring and stuff like that. There's no harm in it. I just don't understand. And then you do have some parents who children should not be sexually active, but they allow their children to have sexual intercourse within their family home, whereas the mother of the daughter is not aware of it. The mother of the daughter will have the daughter have sleepover because they have put their trust in their child's boyfriend's family. They're going to be there. There was an incident where as a some parents, allow their daughters to attend a party that the parents were supposed to be in the house. There was not going to be any alcohol. And then something tragic happened. The parents were travel and left their son, a minor, to have a party, whereas almost their schoolmate, classmate came there, and there were some hooligans who also came there. They brought alcohol, they got drunk, and the daughter who was underage was brutally raped, beaten, and pushed down a balcony. So she lost her life. When she lost her life, since I have for that to read more cover our autobiography. So when she lost her life, they trying to like kind of like cover that up. And the person that lost her life was the only black person in that party. So they're trying to cover that up. And, they did an investigation. A couple of her friends were arrested. But, the family, the adults, were not in the house when they were supposed to be in the house. So, like, how I felt really bad for the family, the parents who lost their beautiful daughter. Like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, how do you tell your daughter, okay, have a good sleep overnight, and then you get a phone call from the police that your daughter is no more. She's been killed, or she had an accident and had died. I mean, as a parent, I would die to hear something like that. My children do not do no sleepover. Nobody child's come to my house to do no sleepover. No way. At my friend's house, if we're gonna do sleepover, my behind is going to be there. If my children, like, they want to go to their grandparents and do sleepover, that's okay. They go to their aunties and do sleepover, because at times if I have to go to a party or like, an event, they go to their older aunties or their younger auntie crisscross, and they spend the night over there. Those they have done. But aside from my siblings and my parents, they do not go anywhere else. Because it's here, their aunties and their grandparents. nowhere else. I will not allow my kids to go to a neighbor, a girlfriend, a male friend. No way, Jose. I'm going to be there. Even in church, I don't leave my children. This I help us all because yes. Okay. Mommy fan to speaker. Okay, hold on. Okay, sister ya. Yamuakwaba. Awataba.
Thank you. Okay, hello everyone. Says, as someone now, okay, when my girls were younger,
yeah,
there was a rule said no sleepover. They only used to sleep over at their uncles, or papa penny fee.
Okay.
And to get one say not all Adam Fubi or elementary or a twin, not almost birthday October, I forget which day.
Okay.
And to tell me no girl no or you sleepover. Or you sleepover until media may ban or about 12 per king because they just live one block over from us. 12 o'clock came because we just na honor coffee my idea. The 1 year I can't say a bear man or ako. Oh, okay, we've been a year enough and maybe she can do the sleepover.
Yeah.
Or no one buy no Becca and say, girl, no. Yes, I send him a mini, the my twins, any stepfather, and it would be on. Apparently, stepfather, no, the penny boy, or you are not get into trouble with the law near idea.
Okay.
Maybe no, I draw the Nadam for Nechi Kofi now. Or see on what the couch moon so on the circle who said a second be share. Couch name baby into a trimmer and a down for not the man and mammy. And what I'm saying is, if you don't only ask that me can say me my perfect, but it depends on the relationship our parent owning Colane war.
No correct.
The only thing my young can't think you ever man or caught no few on one or by the catcher and said because of Sassika, who in a older brother and Nsem same thing on per se or better.
Of course.
You didn't call you and you go find 12 o'clock.
Wow.
I call every I think Rebecca say, oh, many opportunity, me so mean corner mean for that hobby.
No correct.
For no, I dream on a catcher and a self for no, be or no any secret, and Yami or so she doesn't feel a intin one call. I thought that be a year before yes, so your babu china, bochibana, this and that. No, and you depend, they said you only almost a sika safa.
No correct.
Well, to let them know, and yet be beyond a year. Oh, instant gratification per waiting for manners. I mean, my colleague who says very unfortunate, very tragic.
Yes.
Well, you call baby say now for your baby, you can never bring that child back. The harm has already been done. Yes. A person that they ever come to give an example.
Sister, thank you so much. Because this is some of the things that a lot of times we don't pay attention to it. But to say you're right, because you have built a healthy relationship with your child. She was able to come to you and talk to you. But a lot of Ghanaian parents, they put fear in their children, so their children do not know how to approach them and talk to them. So I'm glad that she was able to have that emotional intelligence and come to you to let you know that she feels uncomfortable going over there, and then you guys can pick her up. Yep. Because my parents never had us, we never did a sleepover, even at our parents' house, our family house, none of them. We have a lot of family members here in New York, but we never did sleepover. The only time that we were at a place past midnight was every year when we have the New Year's party, but we partying. So it's like that's the only time we see family members overnight. But aside from that, go ahead.
Now, when it takes, oh, sorry, maybe baby back home. So, when your parents are the most dangerous, I don't have another word to use, the most critical area. So, when they are moving from elementary to junior high, some middle school stage,
Yeah.
Because after they've gone through all the trauma and whatever happens,
adolescents,
by seeing no why you're okay, they're coming to themselves until they can pick and choose Niyama.
That's right.
Girl penny me say I'll tell another story. Every Thursday, no more Catholic schools until Thursdays be a half day.
Okay.
Now yeah, none enough for phone be. Catholic school, no, there's a church, the Catholic church across.
Mm-hmm.
You know, girls no call now more cocoa smoke. You say one Thursday be enough for be a chino. Say on your own coho.
Okay.
And or can't do or not your own coho. You know, school no is not very far from baby and yet first. You know, on Auntie Abbey and she walked home. Tembia me kana se ma me say, hey, that was a defining moment. Of
course. Yeah.
George, or aha, and you know. The trick is for your child to be able to stand up for themselves and have their own values.
That's right.
Because many times we say, now I had a Nigerian doctor who was female papa penny mubina. A time been media drunk or one or so, and I'm saying, I know see Shani Pana, or no names no worry, or see. We're trying to hold a saying a banana.
Wow.
Our kids are in a very difficult position because once a year before the year, no, so if you want to be popular, I'll be good you manage about for manage it. Now you have to the only because people may come yes because popularity, peer pressure, yes, me be now so it all comes at a cost. Into I said their circle is very limited. We only need so many friends and this and that, but hey, you were able to sail through. The important thing is say ube school now, ube you get a job or whatever.
That's
your career
right.
path now, so you can stand on your own 2 feet. It is major one.
Thank you, Saya. I mean, sure. Okay. Thank you for your contribution. Okay. Bye-bye.
No problem. Bye.
Bye. Ray. Hey, Ray. My handsome son, how are you? Welcome. So, when it comes to African, you see, like I just love when parents are able to build a healthy relationship with their children. Because if you provide your daughters, and even our sons, a lot of parents they don't give their sons tools because it's our sons who gets other people's daughters pregnant, right? So like some parents, when it comes to they most fathers they keep strict rules for their daughters, but for their sons they don't give them because they're gonna get somebody else's daughter pregnant and it doesn't affect them. And because they dating secretly, once they get them pregnant, they can bounce. They can say, it's not me, I'm not responsible. Some of them even try to ruin the girls, life, trying to talk in terms of like she goes around a lot. She's a bitch, like um she's the neighborhood bitch, and most times it's not true. For instance, me growing up, most of my friends were male. You cannot tell who's my boyfriend, but I wasn't into guys. I was a tom girl. Like, um, I prefer hanging out with guys because they don't talk to guys who like, they will brag and stuff, but they don't have time to go talk about other guys and stuff. But when it comes to females, the gossiping, the lies, I didn't want to be bothered with that. So I did not hang up. In middle school, I had two female friends, and the other friends, like six other friends, were all male. I wasn't. I'm still friends with them up to today. Like when I go to Ghana, they come and meet with me. We'll go out and hang out. I'll go look for them, and if I can't find them, I will try to reach out to them through the other friends who have their current numbers and stuff like that. It just so happened one of the female friend that I have is also here in US, but she's in upstate, and then the other one is in Ghana. We have not spoken for the past, let me see, for the past decade, over 10 years now, because like when I went back in 20 when I went back in 98 and 2000, I brought her some stuff, and I used to send her money on a monthly basis. It got to a point like almost every month she's always calling me for some money. Her daughter was sick because the person that she had her child with was not working. He was also a student, and then when she got married to an older guy, that older guy was always using her to call me for money. And then when I catch on, I send some um, merchandise, bed sheet, towels, brazier, like some things to start a business. And she wanted to be part of it. And the goods that she came and got, she sold them and kept the money. Um, my younger sister was in charge of it, but when my younger sister went to get the money, she used my name, um, and then she was unappreciative with the things that I would bring her. And then the last time, 2001, when I graduated from college, I went to Ghana to do my graduation party because I have more friends over there than in here. In here is mostly family, so I chose to go and celebrate in Ghana. And when she came with one of her girlfriend, and they trying to like steal from me because she tried everything, all the tricks in the book, but she had no idea. My baby sister crisscross and myself, I mean, like, I wasn't born in US, I was born in Ghana. So sometimes you see certain red flags, and like, I study human behavior, so it's like the way she was acting, and she was insisting to leave her handbag in my room. Handbag is not heavy. You go to a party, you need to have that with you. You don't need to leave that in somebody's room and demand for the person's room keys for you to go in the room anytime when the person is busy doing stuff. I wasn't going to have her go to my room and end up, taking my money or things or do anything in my room. So I told her, like, she can leave her pocketbook in my room, and when she's ready, I will come and open the door for her to get it. She was like, "Oh, you be busy. Like, you can give me the keys." I was like, "Listen, that's not happening." She was like, "Oh, but I'm your best friend. You don't trust me." I was like, "Listen, my younger sister is not even holding on to my bedroom keys. Nobody. It's going to be on me. If you want to leave stuff here, great. But when you're ready to go, you let me know. I open the door. I'll go in there with you. You get it out. I'll lock the door, and it's bye bye." So after that, I just stopped talking to her. I stopped sending her money. Our relationship just went down the drain because she's not someone that I felt who is a good friend to be with, because someone who is willing to, like, hurt you or, like, cause you pain and harm is not a good person. So I removed myself from her, so we no longer friends. That's what happens. So, like, you have people, but I feel like it's imperative for parents, Ghanaian parents, to allow your daughters, speak to your daughters, give them an age range. For me, I would not have any problem with my daughter start dating at the age from age 18 and up. If she wants to date, I will speak to her about the importance of her. I have spoken to her about not having people touch certain parts of her body, rubbing against her, or if she likes somebody, she can talk to me about it. She can definitely talk to her dad about it. She's close to her dad, she's close to me. But I think when it comes to relationships, she'll be more inclined to talk to me because I'm the cool mom. And I can see my son talking to me about being in a relationship because my first son Raymond, he talks to me about his relationship to me more than with his father, which is awesome. So I get to give advices and stuff like that. Um, so I don't mind with my daughter, like, but I have also spoken to her about the importance of her having her education, being able to kind of like go for her career path, whatever she wants to become. I will support her 110%. I am not going to impose my dream job on my child because her life is not my life. Everything that I have been taught that have been beneficial to me, I have taught that to my children. I want to make sure that they have as much information when I'm dropping them off to school. I will ask them questions and they will answer the questions as we go. Parents should not put fear in their children. They should not have their children hiding their relationship, their boyfriends. It's good to know whom your daughter is dating. This way, a lot of the young men, a lot of students, a lot of papanum will not take advantages of our daughters. For money, for cell phones, for material things and stuff like that. We have some parents who children has been missing decades and decades. They don't even know where their children's body is. Some have been sex trafficking and so many other things. We need to protect our children. We need to protect our daughters. And sons from being molested because we do also have some young boys who get molested uh, with pedophiles and get raped and so forth. So we need to protect our children, give them as much tools as they need. We should not put fear in them. We should build a healthy, uh, great relationship with them and have them understand that no matter what happens out there, we are here to support them, to help. Some children are being bullied and they don't even know how to approach their parents or talk to their parents because their parents also are bullying them. Um, some children become bullies because that's what's happening in their household. So there's a lot of things, that play out um, within some marital homes, some family homes that are not beneficial for our children. Um, Facebook Live is up. Okay, 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 got it. Okay, awesome. And it's for tomorrow only. All right, thank you for letting me know, sis. Yeah, I can't wait. I've been counting the days, man, sis. Why do you have us miss you so much like that? So it's really important. We need to uh be we need to protect our children. So um and our children to rely on themselves. Okay, so let me do promo, and then when I come back, I will talk about two other questions that came through, and then we will conclude, and then we'll see you guys tomorrow. So in here we come to learn, uh, contribute, and also teach each other. Learning is something that is a must. The only time that we stop learning is when we no longer in this world. I love this earth. I love life. I need to live to my fullest. but I'm also curious about a lot of things, like I get curious, like when something comes up, I need to like get some insight. If I don't know, I will learn it. I will ask questions, lots of questions, to have better understanding. So when you come here, if you have questions, you ask questions. If you have knowledge of whatever topic we're talking about, you can also share your opinion. You can agree to disagree. If someone share their opinion and you don't agree, whatever I'm discussing or how I'm explaining things, if you don't agree with me, that's quite okay. You can share your views. I can learn uh, from you as well. We do not insult on this platform. We just educate ourselves. When you come, you share the program, you invite friends, and also you like and love. Give me all the love and the thumbs up as much when I'm saying something that you loving, you liking, react to it. Please invite friends and share. Um, what else? And then on other platforms, we have some of our sisters and brothers who does, program, educative program. And, one of them is Sister Yafoda Atubra. Sister Yafoda Atubra, her Facebook page is Antia's Book Corner. Um, Go and follow it and like the page. Her YouTube channel is Antia's Book Channel. Go and subscribe it. Make sure you click on the bell, for all. So whenever she comes live, you'll be able to get the notification. Facebook has changed a lot of things. I have so many people, case friends, some family members some friends on Facebook who keeps asking me, "Are you still doing the program? We don't see you no more." Even this morning on my personal page, when I try to post something, it rejects it because it says that I have been, I'm restricted for 24 hours because I did not follow their standard. Someone reported a comment that I made. I just didn't know. So it's like, this is some of the things that you encounter, you deal with, people um, report and complain because some people don't want to see you succeeding. I mean, they hate on you for no reason, right? But it's quite okay. I mean, like what God has blessed, no one, no matter what, it cannot keep the person down. They're still going to, succeed no matter what. But I was like, it's been happening for some time now. But thank God with Agodo Mensa talk show page, they allow me to do the live videos. But the thing is, like the restriction, because it does affect it. Because when I do come live, some don't see it, some do see it, but they do not. I know, right, Sister? They do see, but they don't come through, and yet they want you to support them. So I do appreciate the the group, the small group, who always come through for me. Share your opinions, share the program, and come and be part of the discussion. I do truly appreciate you guys, and I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Um, so it's always something, no matter what you do, because I don't come and insult nobody. I just come and educate and learn from you guys. But somebody out there don't like me. There was a time that I was getting this notification that I have to go to this website and do this. They will shut my page down. I was like, listen, I'm not one of those naive person who would just click on any link. No, um, it doesn't work like that, but then I realized, like, one of my friends, he shares my program in certain groups, and some of those groups, somebody is in there messing with me, trying to take over my page, which I build up for. So I asked him, I thank him for sharing, but I asked him not to share into any of the groups no more. He can share on his page and no more groups. So I had to change my password and start logging off Facebook, because normally when I come, I don't log off. So when people come on, they see that I'm like on, but I'm not on. I'm actually wait, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. I'm I might be logged on, but I'm working. I'm not on. So whatever is happening in between that time, I have no idea what is going on. So, we have Sisaya for the Atobra. Let me just go and pull this up. Like tomorrow, Sisaya is going to, and it's tomorrow alone. Uh-huh. Tomorrow she's going to be live on Facebook at 11:30 MST time and 1:30 EST time, just for tomorrow alone. And then next 2 weeks, she will resume her regular time, which is 11 a.m. MST time and 1 p.m. EST time. So, so yeah, like it's incredible. I kid you not. Some people, I think some people, misery like company, so they just do whatever it is that they do. So Sister Ya for the Atobra, she has until years on it academy, coaching and book publishing services. When you go to her page, and my page, I have some of her videos, posted over there. A week ago, she did a video promoting my first book, which she coached and published for me. You like and that's the product of her coaching, so it's like it's incredible. And trust me, I have the links here for you guys to go get a copy of yours. You go to Amazon, we also have it in Kindle ebook and Amazon. Go and get yours. Trust me, you get so much in there. There's a lot of nuggets, like I have learned so much over the years, and writing this book, unveiling my life and a guideline to breaking free and reclaiming my life. Sister Aya pushed me. Like I think that if she left it up to me, I will still be writing. It would not have been published around my 50th birthday. Success comes at any age. Dreams can come true at any age. I should say that because people should not assume I'm rich now. I'm not rich. So Sister Ya, for that, Tumra. Like, she has written 5 books, within the pandemic, like within 3 years. Like, that is amazing and incredible. I like, like, what? 5 books. The first book is Refreshing of My Thirsty Soul. It's an inspirational book. The second book, my personal favorite, but I love all her books, is The Beauty of a Woman's Heart. The reason why I say my personal favorite, I have read that book multiple times, like, and I like it's just I connect with that. Um, and the third book is Refreshing for My Weary Soul, which is devotional book. And then the fourth book is the number one bestseller at Amazon. It's On It, a guideline to taking accountability, responsibility for your life journey. Um, it's an incredible book. And the fifth book is My Unapologetic Self. All of her books are available at Amazon. And depending where you residing, because it's different prices, but reasonable prices, not expensive. So go and get your copy. They have it in Kindle version as well at Amazon. And when you guys do read the book, please do make sure that you give us a review, because that is equally important for us. 4 years, sis. What? 4 years. Okay, I see. Within. Oh, okay. From 2019 you start? Okay. Okay, got it. So right before the pandemic, right? Mm, all right. So follow Sister Ya for the Atubra. When she comes live, the one thing I love when she comes every other Saturday, if you have read some of her books and you have questions, she's live. You can ask her questions. She brings random topics, all around. Sometimes, she derived the topic from any of her written book, published book. Sometimes, she go outside of that. So you have the opportunity to talk to her and ask questions, and also if you have some suggestions, and oh, okay, got it. If you have some ideas and suggestions, you can also pitch that to her, um, to support her. So make sure you go to Amazon and you get your own book. And then we have Sister Aisha Ankra. She does not do live program, but she does, she provides support, financial support, and other support to all the educative program that I go on. I see Sister Aisha in there. She does volunteer work. She provides parents with children with disability. She provides them resources and information that adequate information that she has, um, for them to get the support that they need, because it's not easy to raise a child with some type of disability. They can have a normal life, but they do things a bit differently, and some of them they have difficulties talking. They nonverbal. So when they are nonverbal, like you have someone taking care of them, um, the person might abuse them and harm them because they do not verbalize what is happening to them. Some of them communicate through gestures, some of them use a device to communicate. So we do have some mothers, some fathers who are like, their caregiver 24/7. They stay home to take care of their child. But when you have government in abroad, in other places, they have government assistance, whereas the government will provide you the support that a parent needs. Like in US, we have respite. Respite is to give the caregiver a relief, and then we have calm have in terms of like being able to um a- find a DSP staff for your child, whereas they work on their goals. So areas that they struggle with the most, they will work the goals, like 3 goals, 2 goals. And then once they are able to get better at it, then they will bring other goals and remove the ones that their child has been able to learn a lot of tools. They can self-regulate, because we do have some children who have anger management, and when they get triggered, they will destroy property, their electronics, they will break doors, they will become aggressive. Like, some of these things, you make a goal out of that to help them manage, their anger management, to help them deal with situations that are difficult, and literally use their words instead of acting it out, thinking twice before they act once. So Sister Aisha, she travels a lot. She shares some of her traveling pictures and everything that she's doing. She posted on her page, so you can be her friend. She doesn't have a lot of friends because she has limited that, but she also have YouTube account. She posts some of her um, merchandises that she sells. She um, so Juice Plus natural supplement. It's a supplement. It's not medication. It helps your body, because some of us do not like fruits. For me, when I have to eat fruit, I love apples. I will cut them up. I love mango. I love strawberry, orange, tangerine, um, but it's not everything. Pear, I don't really like that. I will eat it every now and then. If someone buys it, I will eat it, but I don't really buy it. I buy apples more than pear. Like when Nana Kwesi wants some or Mommy wants some, I will buy it for them, but I will not buy it for myself. But when I go to my parents and my mom has some in the house, trust me, I'm going to sit and and have me some. That's a shame. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so Sister Aisha also sell kitchenware, like plate set, silverware, chicken, chicken. This is the second time this has happened to me. Kitchen appliance, so if you have some old silverware that is very old, you need a new one, you can DM her and talk to her about how you can purchase some of her silverware. If how much you buying it costs more than how much you she shipping it costs more than how much you buying it. She will direct you to go buy it somewhere else. Instead of spending too much money. Oh, you love cherries, I see. Cherries, I just like when you get virgin pina colada and they put it on top of that. I will like eat one or two, but I'm not crazy. I love grapes. Grapes is like really cool. I love it. But cherry, like, I'm not crazy about that. Nana Kwesi likes it too. Cherry. Nana Kwesi love fruits, period. And he loves to eat salad. He and his father, for mommy, myself, salad. We eat salad every now and then, but it's good to eat salad a lot. My mom, I remember, she used to cook. Anyway, let me go back to the promo. We go back to that. Um, and then Sister Aisha sell Avon product. For the Avon product, you have to reside in UK to purchase some from her. But for the Juice Plus, um, wherever you are, all over the world, you can still purchase some from her. So let's suppose Sister Aisha Ankara. And then we have our sister Belinda Ejare, if you live in New York, Bronx, she has her uh, B&B African Caribbean Market, which is located at 1163 Boston Road, Bronx, New York 10466, to get the best African food to support her. So let's support our sister. It's good for us to support each other. And then we have Sister Sage Williams, hey, with her authentic merchandises. Sister Sage Williams, some of you have seen me, wear her t-shirts, authentic t-shirt. The next two look the same. Even exercising, doing, live program, you see me wearing, rocking those shirts, different colors. Some of them I have like the same color but different design in the front. Dresses, one size fits all is 85%, and the particular size that you have to be a particular size to fit in there is 15%. The one size fit all, I buy that the most because I'm at a point that I'm losing weight, gaining weight, trying to manage. Right now I'm stable, I'm not losing it rapidly, and I'm not gaining. That's where I want to be, because I want to lose 5 more pounds and then I'll be done. Mhm. I have been able to drop 20 pounds already, which is like awesome. So I'm trying to manage. I have not changed my diet. Mhm. So the one size fits all no, is beneficial to me. Even if I lose weight, all I have to do is get me a nice belt, right? And then I can just put it in there to make it, to help me look very sophisticated. Me your friend is saying me brains is no cry me become a tech man massa. No, I'll call you. Okay. Oh my gosh. Hold on, guys. Sorry. No, no. Okay. Give me a. Yeah, so to make me look sophisticated, uh-huh, look different from how I was rocking it when I was set in size. And then um, she sell creams, jewelries, beads, other accessories, scarf, ready-made hat, handbags, what it is, like travel bags, the small one that if you just need change of clothes, two change of clothes, or maybe three change of clothes, you can put it in there without having to carry any luggage, wheeling and stuff like that. And with the t-shirts, what happens with the t-shirts is like, if you go to sageshare.com and you do not see the color that you would like to have, you know, please do not leave. Just order the things that you would like to have. And then once that happens, there's a comment box over there. You can write the colors that you would like to have. Your email is a must. Phone number is optional. And then once you send your order, you know, she will communicate with you to get confirmation before she sent it. If she mail your item, your merchandises, and she tells you you're gonna get it in 3 days, within 1 week, you're gonna get it. Her customer service is fantastical. It's like awesome, and everything that I have bought from her, I am happy with that. And then we have Sister Ya Boatima Boatin Russell. Sister Ya, for that to when is Sister Ya Boatima Boatin Russell going to uh publish her book, you know, launch her book? I know it's this month, but do you have uh the date, or it's a surprise? Okay, so Sister Ya Boatin Russell, you know, she does pre-recorded videos to, you know, family empowerment in bringing awareness of financial literacy, and you know, she also have videos which she have uploaded on YouTube and on Facebook, to making like healthy snack. I love the chocolate chip one, so that's the one that I have stuck with me. I love chocolate chip all around, so it's like that's when I saw that video. I was like, I'm like learning that and I'm doing that. You know, she also like, you know, focus on natural health and beauty, uh, advocate. She is, you know, she advocates for that. So if you want information, DM her. DM her. Oh, October 23rd. Oh, so it's close. Today is what? Today's the 13th. So in 10 days. Oh, I cannot wait. That's awesome. So guys, make sure like y'all tune in and support her. You know, let's support her. I just love it when you see a sister or a brother doing something, you know, greater, to succeed in life, you know, going for their dreams at whatever age. Her birthday is this month, you know. That's like, you know, Sister Ya, through Sister Ya, coaching and publish, you know, Onic Academy. So please, let's support each other. Uh-huh. And then we have IAE. Please, guys, follow IAE's page. I'm going to show you guys a clip from Sister Ya's page, and then from IAE's page. And then we have our sister Nana Araba, right? You know, let's support. She works with Challenge Enterprises of Ghana as a digital market officer, and their website, you know, to go check out the books that they have. All the, like, I don't know how how they do it. They have everything in there. So you go to www.challenge bookshop.com, you know, to support them. Okay. We have Sister Sika Educate, you know, she does program, educative program. She talk about trending issues. She talk about relationships, marriages, you know, life issues, all around. Um, this morning, or like sometime this week, she did a video. I just saw it when I got off, but I had to come live, so I wasn't able to listen. But I'll listen to it later on. And you know, like some of us heard the interview that Jada Pink and Smith did with Will Smith, where she has written a book, where she has let the cat out. They've been separated for the past 7 years, which is since 2016, but they putting on, they kept it a secret, right? So when Will had the incident slapping Chris Rock at the Oscar, ruining his career, they've been separated. So I don't even know why he would do that. Like, Charlie, no, this small thing. So she came, she gave her insight. She used them as an example when it comes to relationships and marriages and stuff like that. There are some things, when you kept and so forth. So it's like, I had to go listen to it to get more insight, what she brought on. So you can follow her, Sika Educates, on Facebook, and also subscribe her YouTube. We also have Sister Awo Merkwa, lunchtime talk. um she does program. Last time she came on, she came and expressed how when you lose a loved ones, people telling you how to grieve. Like, we all grieve differently, so you can't tell some people how to go about things, and um how long it should be. That's not right. We different. We are each built differently. And I so agree with her. So when you guys get a chance, go and check it out. Support her as well. Ambrose, how are you? Welcome. Good to see you. So, like, let's support each other. We have Sister Angelina Ba, Angie's Talk. You can subscribe her YouTube and also follow her on Facebook. Our 21st century nurse Bible, where she talk about mental health and our wellness. Sometimes she goes outside of that. Of course, on Fridays, I talk about life issues, Abrabo Nsem. I normally do freestyle or open talk. So if someone comes on and they have a question, we can talk about it without going outside the topic. Yeah. And then Saturdays, we suffer Samuel Okoso at 3:30 U, US Eastern Time, 7:30 Ghana time. With Sofo Samuel Okoso, he comes and do some teachings regarding marriage lessons. Sometimes we do general topic, other times we limit it with just for marriage couple and those who are planning to get married. How to prepare themselves and setting the boundaries and dealing with the red flags before they get into the relationship and make a decision to get married. Fridays I come live at 5:30 p.m. US Eastern Time, which will be 9:30 Ghana time. Very soon, I think next month is gonna be 5 hours difference between US and Ghana. So the time is gonna change on my end, but I'll just probably keep the same time. But I will do that. Mhm. All right, so let me go to Facebook. Uh, no, come here, share, share my screen. Uh huh. Okay, so share my screen. Okay, so let me go here. Uh, all right.
Learn to get out of your comfort zone. Challenge yourself to push in life and achieve your goals. Let me demystify something for you. God did not put you on this earth to become just a missus. That is important. It's good. But what is your destiny? Think about it. Okay? Value yourself. Find out what your passions are and pursue them relentlessly. This has been your favorite auntie with lessons from the beauty of a woman's heart. Get your copy of The Beauty of a Woman's Heart on Amazon by Yafoda Toba. It's a book of women empowerment and motivation. And while you're at it, teach your girl child that she too can soar to the heights. Take care until next time. Bye for now.
Thank you, Antia. Thank you. And then you go to her page, this is Antia's book club. And then she has Antia's book corner. She put questions up on a daily basis. Do you honor your commitments? And then hashtag integrity matters. Like you just need to, and
Hello there.
the song.
When the storms of life come, where do you turn? You have a deliverer, and his name is the Lion of the tribe of Judah. Fear not. Make him your hiding place, okay? He is your rock and your anchor. Hey, this has been Yafoda Tobra with Reflections. My book, Reflections for a Thirsty Soul, is on Amazon. It's an inspirational and motivational book. It'll bless you. Get your copy. When you've read it, please write me a helpful review. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you for listening. Take care until next time. Bye for now.
Hi, sister. Yeah. Okay. So let me show. And then, of course, Adwa is going to promo her book. I can I can't do without it, right? Okay. So this is our inspirational girl, Ayiyi. Um
See the one God has favored. See the one God has had mercy on. It is me, yes. See the one God has loved. See the one God has favored. See the one God has conquered for. See the one God has loved. See the one God has favored. See the one God has had mercy on. It is me, yes. See the one God has loved. See the one God has favored. See the one God has conquered for. See the one.
okay. So also, go to Amazon to support your girl, Adwa Odo. Um Unveiling My Life, a guideline to breaking free and reclaiming my life. It's on Amazon. I have the link attached to the program. I also have it in Kindle version. Let me see. Let me go to Sister Ya's page. Did I share it on my page? Yes, I did. So let me go here. I believe I did share it. This is when you go to Amazon. This is how it look. Sisaya Boatima Boatin, help with the book cover. Okay, let me see. What day did Sisaya posted it up? Hmm. Wait, didn't I have it here? Or do I have it in my personal page. Let me see. Let me go back to Sister Ya's page because I know she posted up here. Okay. Right there.
Hey, here it is. Antia's Own It Academy presents our first gig, Unveiling My Life by Ajo Odo Mensah Sasu. It's a book that you need to read if you've experienced trauma and your path to recovery. Ajo Odo Mensah will tell you her experiences and it will be of benefit to you. Get your copy on Amazon, will you? Take care until next time. Bye for now.
Thank you, Sister Ya.
Hey, here.
All right. So there it is. There it is. Hey, brother Nana co-servants. Me who ache papa. My goodness, how have you been? It's good to see you. Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay, so let's go. Let's continue. Uh the next question that was sent to me was, let me pull it up because I want to make sure. Hmm. For African parents, African parents in some way, African parents, most African parents, they need to one of our brothers says that he cannot understand why some African parents, and I think someone asked this question before, so I will not talk too much about this in terms of like imposing their unaccomplished dreams on their children, and then treat their grown children like they still a child, right? Because like when you have a child or a son or a daughter who is in their 40s, in their 20s, 30s, 50, 40s, 50s, 60s, because it's their child, they talk to them and treat them like they still children, even though they have their own life. They are also in relationship and are married. But then, when they talk to them or treat them like, they should be the one making decisions for them. Um, you have some parents, like they did not invest any retirement money. They enjoy life, especially some of our men, because of side chicks and mistresses, multiple ones, gambling, drinking, just making poor decision after another. They were not able to build a house, but they expecting their children who has been successful to do that for them. If it was my brother, the brother was like, if building a house is so easy, because around the time that our grandparents parents was in relationship or was having all the unnecessary fun and making all the poor decisions, cement was cheaper. They were not able to build the house. But now things are more expensive and they expecting their children to build the house. Right, Charlie? So he's asking you, so he's saying that African parents, especially Ghanaian parents, please stop imposing your unaccomplished dreams on your children. Have them make that decision on their own. Um, and also, don't expect your child to build you a house, because some children, when they grow up, they want to buy their parents a house. That's fine. Let them do it from the bottom of their heart. Do not put pressure on them that I took care of you. I spent all my money. We understand that single parents, oh my gosh, they do so much. But we understand that as parents, we are responsible to raising our children, teaching them morals, integrity, discipline, to be more independent, you know, um, help them with their career path. It's okay for you to suggest things for them, to redirect them when you feel that they making wrong decision. At times, I feel that it will be best for you to allow your child to make decision. Um, if you see that they going they're not making healthy decision, you can talk to them, but have them make that decision. I'd rather make a decision and screwed up, make a mistake, and say to myself, okay, I have to pause, I have to fix this because this is not the way I want to go. When we make our own mistakes and poor decisions, we are more inclined to correct ourselves versus parents pressuring their children or our children to do things that they don't enjoy doing, because then when things go south, they're not going to see what they did wrong, how they went about it wrongly. They're going to blame it on the parents. They're going to blame it on the person who pressured them to do something that they're not ready or prepared to do it. It's like African parents, right? Like they suffocate you. They get you to the point it feels like you do not have a life, right? I watch a video and I'm kicking myself for not saving that video. There was this African young lady. She stated that she was happy that her mother has died because since her mother had passed away, she's able to freely make her own decisions and make her own mistakes and correct them. Because when her mother was alive, everything she was doing was her mom imposing things on her, and she was not happy. Now her mom has passed away and she's more happier. Can you imagine for your daughter to celebrate your death because now she's relieved from all the stress, all the pressure? That's very bad. I don't know. Like, it's crazy. When I read that, I was like, oh my gosh, that is really, that's messed up. Mm-hmm. Okay. Sister love cherish. So this is the date that Sister Boatin Russell is going to launch her book. So let's go and support. I would definitely be there. Sister Sage, you are most welcome. You are very welcome, and thank you for your support all the time. I truly, truly appreciate you. God bless. hmm That is her birthday. Okay, okay. So it's like it's gonna be her birthday the same day she's going to launch her book. I cannot wait. hmm Sister Ya, you are so very welcome, and thank you. I will definitely keep up the good work. Um, book 2 is at works right now. Let's leave it was okay. Yeah, some more. Sister Ya, can be too much pressure. It's too much. Oh, they think that they're doing their children a favor, but actually they're making them worse. And some Ghanaian parents, fathers and mothers, you are ruining your son's life, because your sons, they are grown men. Most of them are grown men in a relationship, in a marriage, and they want to be taken care of by their wife. They want the wife to take, to deal with their problem, their trauma that they have gone through, their dysfunctional foundation. Hey, as you have a son, you don't educate your son, you don't teach your son any tools aside from, oh, Bema dear, wobɛtumi afa more than ɔbaa baako, wo yere ɛma womfa wo ho nkana a wobɛtumi akɔ abɔnten akɔ wo wɔ abɔnten akyerɛ bɔne. ɛna Ghanafoɔ awofo no bi ɛkyerɛ ɔmo mma mbaa. Na mmaa ɔmo mma mmarima, mmaa no sɛ wosua pra, sɛ osua adeɛ si, sɛ osua aduane noa, sɛ wobrɛ wo ho ase ma wo kunu, wogu nkɔfa ɔbaa foforɔ a brɛ wo ho ase, gyegye ne so, yɛ aduane ma no, ma ne mmen. Hey, asɛm bɛn koraa ni. What is this? Ɔbaa pɛ sɛ se aboaten yɛ mo akɔ abaapɔ mu ɛte sɛn. So some parents, spoil their sons. That's why some of our men are spoiled brats in a negative aspect. When you go and date one and married one now, you will be miserable. You have to live to be happy. Yeah, there are some of our men, they are not married material, but our men will tell you, say, most of our Ghanaian women are not married material when they lack of common sense, when they lack of coping skills, even effective communication. Some of them, the way they will insult you, you, oh my gosh, you will be emotionally, psychologically damaged for many years. The way they will do that. And some women, the way verbal abuse, emotional, psychological abuse. So it's like, I'm not just saying say it's only men, but like, our men are more than the women whom are spoiled. The family do not give them the morals, the principles, and the structure that they need to help themselves. Grown as men should not be relying on their women to fix their problems. It's not a woman's job to fix their husband's problem. They are helpmate. Then your sister, Yinyaba, Nanaraba, we are helpmate. We are not meant to fix your problem, because if you have anger management issues and you don't get the help that you need, it don't matter how many prayers your wife will pray for you. If you yourself do not choose to change now, it will still exist. The same thing with women with anger management. You can pray and pray and pray. One fine show to me say, say Mrs. Sam, because I deal with a woman, and one will be as well. Who ain't means sound. Some of us, we are in a relationship and in a marriage with so much baggages. When we make mistakes now, one time now, it's okay, because everybody has made mistake or poor choice, at least one poor choices in their life. But if you don't learn from it and you continue to repeat the same thing over and over and over now, not just say, when you are being say, obesisa, who say any power is saying, you know, more brow, you're contembrantem. Woka sɛ wotena ho, ɔbɛsesa, wode anya abotrɛ. What? Be patient. This person, they have closed and fixed mindset. I say this every time. The ones who say, I was not taught like that, I like the way I am. Yepeni saa for ya mfa ntete for no. Omo Abrab, woni omo bobra, ube brabo wiase pa. Hey, there be na osungu wiyem. And those people, the ones who like the way that they are, they were never taught like that. So they telling you whatever they have been taught, that's what they're going to utilize. They are not going to learn any other new coping skills. So everything that they've been using from what they have been taught, their childhood, what they have learned from their friends, which are not beneficial to you, no, as to whether they are married or not, no, they're still not going to change. So you have to endure it because of their selfishness. No, they do not think for about you, but they only think for themselves of their desires, right? So you have to learn to deal with it. You have to adjust and what? Just accommodate them, right? Because they are more important than you. It's not going to work for some of us. Some of us cannot do that. Sister, your girls are bread, your girls are bro. Hey, no cross and pan. So, like, like if you were not taught like that and you like the way you are now, you should stay single because it's not my job. Thank God I'm not married to someone who have close and fixed mindset. It's good to be married to someone or be in a relationship with someone who has an open mindset because in due time that person will be able to identify their stronghold, which is their weakness, and their strength, and work on it and even delete, deprogram themselves, learn new coping skills, delete what is not beneficial, learn to apply some of the new coping skills that they have learned. Like you cannot change things overnight. We're not looking for that. But when you are willing to compromise, to meet halfway, sometimes we have to meet our partners all the way, depending the circumstances or the situation. Do not expect as a husband that every time your wife is the one who has to cave in. There's a say that two people cannot be a driver or a parrot. We understand that sometimes one has to be the tail, the other has to be the head, but at the same time, the two of you have to be teamwork. You have to be transparent. You have to be honest with yourself and each other. You have to be truthful. You need to learn effective communication. You need to learn to be an active listener. Do not be disrespectful to your husband. Do not be disrespectful to your wife. You need to support one another. Learn to love yourself and love your partner. Care for yourself, care for your partner. I say this, one cannot produce what they do not have. Because for me, I have to learn how to love myself. I have to learn to build my confidence because I did not have confidence in my late teenage years, in my 20s and early 30s. I did not have confidence. I was very insecure. I was chasing love. I was buying love. But now I'm no longer doing that because of some coping skills that I have learned and I have implemented. It doesn't mean that I am perfect. Nobody is perfect, but our imperfection, as I always say, should give us room to work on it, right? And try our very best to be the best version that our partners can produce, right? What you have is what you can give. So we need to learn to prioritize ourselves and not be a doormat, right? When you are in a healthy relationship and marriages, you gain so much. And it's good to have a companion who cares for you, love you, and cherish you and appreciate you. and will pamper you, will talk to you with sweet talk, and learn how to have, give your space, and you also have your space for me time, his time, her time. Your children also deserve to have their mean time, because around that time you cannot be sending them, hey Kwesi, get me some water. Hey Adua, can you go and get this for me? Hey boy, you have to be able to also do things yourself. So, there are so much when it comes to building your own family. Our parents respecting their children and setting boundaries, allowing us to enjoy our husbands and wives and not be in our case, and also talk down at us when our partners are around, like, we still children, eh? Because if you are a parent and you do not respect your children, or even have the decency to represent and support your child. I'm not saying if your child is doing wrong, you need to support your child, but you need to be able to know when to say things and when not to say certain things, because when you misspoke in front of your child's husband or child's wife, they are going to see the interaction, and that can trigger or cause a problem within their marriage. Like, because some people, they take things to heart. Your mom, your dad don't even respect you. Why should I respect you? With an attitude and all that. So until we meet again, thank you guys for all those who share the program, those who like and love the program, use other emojis, those who invited friends, all the ones who contributed. Sister, yeah, thank you for coming on to also share some of your insight and experience. So, on the platform, I appreciate you. Sister, yeah, is going to be live tomorrow at 11:30 MST time, 1:30 EST time. Let's tune in to support her. I'll see you guys tomorrow with Suffer Some More Koso at 3:30 US Eastern time. That will be 1:30 MST time. So you guys have a blessed, safe weekend. I see you guys. Take care of yourself and each other. Bye, guys. Love y'all.